Hi, I'm John. I'd like to give you a little bit of my history. So I started coming to Christ Church when I was still in high school. I believe I was 17 at the time. Anyways, at that time, I was really at the point in my life where I was about to give up on looking for a church, since it seemed that every other church I had been to had let me down. Though I can only vaguely remember the first day that I came to Christ Church, what I can remember is all the wonderful, friendly faces that I saw on that first day, and that I felt accepted, like I had finally found the church home I was looking for all along. It didn't take me long before I started to get involved. It started with joining Impact, the youth group, where my eyes were really open to all the great things that God has to offer in my life. And I eventually also joined Fuel, which really got me started and dedicated the musical talent that God has blessed me with back to Him. Before I knew it, I was in college, a time in my life where I found myself working through stacks of homework and with a schedule so busy that it made my head spin. But one thing that remained a focus in my life was this church. After a group of us had aged out of the youth ministries, new opportunities came about for those of us who were in college, but still wanted to continue serving God in our church. We began Flame, the young adult band, which allowed myself, as well as the other members, not just to dedicate our musical talents to God, but also allowed us to play the music we love. Fast forward a couple years, I recently graduated from college in May, and with that came many changes in my life that I certainly was not prepared for. But I felt like my life was starting to change in every aspect before my eyes, but one thing that I could count on was this church. I quickly learned that all the things I was going through in my life was God's way of calling me to come up to live to my full potential. I heard His voice calling loud and clear and started searching for the ministries where I really seemed to be called to. And with all the ministries that Christ Church has to offer, I found no shortage in opportunities to get involved. In addition to already being involved in Flame, I joined the adult choir, began attending the Wednesday night Bible study, and became part of the tech team. And to come full circle, I started as a facilitator for Impact, the ministry that put my heart to follow Jesus and come to Christ Church. In addition, I started my first full-time job in my professional career, and I knew that with the economy that we've been facing, and it's only by God's grace that I was able to get that job in the first place. I made the commitment to tithe, give the first 10% of my income to the church. It definitely wasn't easy to start, and it still isn't easy to this day with all the post-college financial commitments that I have, but I continue to trust God that He will keep His promises, and because I love my church. So why do I love my church? Well, no matter what I'm going through in my life, Christ Church has always been there for me, whether it's through one of Pastor Jeff's encouraging sermons, seeing the smile on someone's face when I walk into church, feeling the presence of God in church when I'm worshiping in stage on Flame, or even when I'm dancing in the tech booth on a Sunday morning. Christ Church has shown me what amazing love God has for me, and it has shown me how it feels to have a church home and a church family that I can always be excited to see.